really different in the studio. I didn't think I could sing it. I mean, it wasn't the kind of song we usually do. And Mark Wright, who I really respect, he's my partner, and he's produced 100 #1 songs. He's a good writer and been around the whole business, knows a hit when he sees it. And he said, you have to do this song. We only had 2 or 3 things done, so we had to turn some stuff in and have people go, I think this is the way to go. I asked my daughter, I asked my son, I asked my camp, and everybody kind of said, well, it's catchy enough. It's got a hook, and let's roll it. And, you know, and it really gave Mark a nice feather in his hat, but it's really out of the box for me to do it. Never have a theme or concept, write all year, record the best thing you write, and then show up the next day. And you know, I always compare that to my horse stable. If you want to go to Keeneland and buy the best yearlings and race them at Churchill Downs, you've handpicked them. I raise mine. Mine are homebreds, and if they don't outrun the other guy who don't write and buys his, so be it. But I've made it 20 years with my homebreds, and that's kind of the way I run. Because if I didn't do this tomorrow, and I just went and followed my horses around and followed my kids around and followed their kids around, the rest of my life I would still be writing the whole way. Writing doesn't have anything to do with the business part of it. Writing's what God blessed me to do better than everything else I do. Get in, sit down, shut up, and hold on. It's probably the one that's floating to the top right now, but you float them, we told them. It's one of those, last thing a redneck does before he goes to the emergency room. It says, hold my beer and watch this. Let's go balls to the wall, hammer down, and say, get in, sit down, shut up, hold on. And try to find 2 or 3 different ways to present that as your hub of your wagon wheel and write the song. And we did, and we cut it. I said, if this thing's gonna ever be a single, we're gonna have to really make it happen in the production. I really wasn't happy with where we were. And Bobby's Pinson just started hammering on the track. He probably hammered on this track longer than he hammered on anything. And it was like, wow, it didn't sound like the same song. So, I mean, it sounds like a hit. The ballad on this one is called On the Other Side of Him. I don't know if it'll be a single, but I think the fans will get behind it. It's a songwriter song. It's called On the Other Side of Him. If we went through the list, yeah, you could find, there's a million of them, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here and go through the list. One you haven't heard, I bet you haven't heard this in 25 years. Mo Bandy said it was always easy to find an unhappy woman till I started looking for mine. Is that awesome?